Hello everybody and welcome back to Planet Zoo, Planet Zoo, where there's apparently springboks that are about to inbreed, which is weird because I'd given them all contraceptives, so I have no idea why the springboks are about to do any breeding at all, because they're all on contraception. They're all just as bad as each other. The pronghorn antelopes probably need that too, honestly. So springboks. There are not actually that many springboks either. So I want to have a quick look at them. There's going to be some that are going to die of old age as well. I'm wondering whether I should try and sell them, move them on before they do. Fact of life, I think. I might do that. Send these two to the trade centre, please. I'm trying to move them on before they die because I'd rather make the money out of them and get new animals in, rather than if they die, I get nothing for them at all. So, springboks, their population is going down, and I've also, as I say, had to just remove two of the newer ones. So what I want to do is have a look at Seikai. I just want to go and have a look at the mating there. I'm just going to compare mates, and I want to see how much inbreeding will happen from that. So, that's an inbreed. That's not an inbreed, but there's something wrong. Oh, yeah, those two are going to the trade centre. That one's inbreeding. And that one's inbreeding. So they're like sisters or something. So that male needs to be changed if I want to do any more breeding with these guys. So multiple animals with low welfare. It's the bongos again. One of them had a baby. What I might do with the bongos, because I'm having to keep going back and forward to them, I may just not... I'm going to suspend their breeding program. And what I will do is if a bongo dies, I will buy in new bongos, because at this point, they're not making me huge amounts of money, huge amounts of... Well, they are kind of making me good conservation credits when I do sell them, but there's other things that I can sell. And what I probably need is not to have everything breeding all at once. So I'm going to have a look at there should be 5 of them in here, no more. 1 male, 4 females. There's a lot more than that. There's like 9 of them. Where did they all come from? All of a sudden. There's 1 in the trade centre, still being sold. So there's 8. There shouldn't be 8. Okay, so we don't really want... You're not mature though. You're not mature. They're all immature, that's the problem. So we're gonna just give contraceptives to the male. And I'm gonna have a little look at the genetics and just see... So you got really good genetics. I'm really happy with you. Most of them are very good, actually. You're not so good. So I think, Latasha, you are also going to the trade centre. But unfortunately, I can't really get rid of the babies until... So, yeah, I can't get rid of the babies for a while. So that's rather unfortunate. I might screen off some of their sleeping areas as well, just to try and make it a little more private for them. But generally, it seems to be a lot to do with they are very sensitive to the pack size, to their herd size. They're not packs, they're herds. And so they get very distressed when the size of the herd goes too big. Whereas pangolins... They can kind of cope with it a bit, you know, they're not as sensitive. But these guys, it seems like they're super sensitive to it. And because of that, like the ostriches, like you let them get huge. Like they're only meant to be 8 of them, and you have about 16 of them, and they're like, yeah, it's cool, yeah, whatevs. So, yeah, just gotta be a bit careful with these guys. And that's why I'm thinking maybe they wouldn't be a good one for breeding. I need to keep an eye on the pandas as well, because as soon as my panda female is of age... I need to sell her parents and bring in a new male. They can be in quite a large... Well, I can keep the parents, actually, but I need to put them on contraceptives. But then they will be in their old age. So, again, they might die and I'll get nothing back from them. So I don't really want to do that. I want to move them on first. I know, I do know, I am aware that it sounds like selling a car. It's not good. And I do want to just play around a little bit with some of the planting in here. I want to make it look a little bit prettier. I'm not sure how. I kind of almost feel like a little pond in here, a little watering hole. I know they don't need water, but I kind of feel that it would make it look pretty. So we might just do that. I think that might be kind of cool. Because, you know, it's like in Africa and there's a watering hole and then all the beasts come along and they drink from the watering hole and then the lion comes and eats everything and you see, that's what happens. But yeah, this bongo situation, I need to wait for some of them to grow up, unfortunately, before I can actually get rid of them. So, still problems in that habitat. I can, however, sort out some of the ostrich issues. I do want to be a bit specific about which ones I keep and which ones I sell. So basically, they're all in the trade center. Okay, right, let's go and sell the ones in the trade center first then. And then I need to get a new animal. Like, I feel like I've not done anything in ages that's been new. So I've got 2 springboks and a load of really nice ostriches with really good genetics, but they're just surplus to requirement. So I want to go and see, like, for these sorts of ostriches, what are they going for right now? Because I'm assuming that someone's going to do what I do, and I go through like this and be like, how much are they selling for? And honestly, they seem to be selling pretty much for their base price. There's lots of male ostriches that are being sold with very good genetics for not very much money at all. So I'm kind of thinking that I will probably just sell them for their base. There's a lot of them, so... And then I'll have a look at the springboks and see what kind of trades people are making on those. But yeah, I need to look at my pandas to see what kind of things people are doing with pandas. That needs to be quick traded. So I didn't even need to worry about that one. And so does that one. Oh, so these are my original springboks, actually. That's why they're all getting so old. Okay, cool. So most of the things I'm putting up for sale seem to be going. So that's fantastic. There's definitely an impetus to make sure that you've got good breeding groups and to trade and in the same way like a real zoo would, to make sure that you've got good breeding stock. And I think that's really fantastic, really cool. Right, so we've still got a potential for fights in the ostriches. I thought I had... Well, the problem is now you've got loads of ostriches sat in the trade centre. So I want to actually filter out the trade centre. Because I don't want to know about anything that's sitting in the trade centre. We still have a lot of ostriches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 adults. And lots of babies. I want to have a look at the genetics on all of them. And age as well. See, Chippo is now 9 years old. I don't think we've got anything above 9 years old though. And 9 years old is still in its adult phase. So that's fine. But I need to keep an eye on Chippo. Chippo has good genetics, so that's why we keep Chippo. So, Folian. Very good. Aziza. A bit of a pants immunity gene. Gonna move you on. Oh man, now I've got to go all the way down to the ostriches again. This sucks. Common ostrich. There we are. So I'd gotten as far as Aziza, who's going to move to the trade center. Right, Hussein. Right, those two are males, adult males. So they're going to be going to the trade center. Oh, they're already in the trade center. Right, so I thought I'd filtered out the trade center. Of course, that's all gone off now, hasn't it? All the filters have gone off. Okay, so I got to Aziza, Juvenile, Folian, and Chippo. And you trade center as well. Okay, I think that's it for that. And hopefully now the ostriches won't be feeling quite so irritated. A few of them have disappeared, never to be seen again. Incorrect sex ratio. I don't know if that's counting the juveniles. There's not a lot I can do with juveniles, unfortunately. One of the American bisons is about to inbreed. No, don't do that, please. Is that you breeding with your cousin or something? I thought I had sorted out all of the inbreeding issues with these. So what have we got then? So American bison, we only have one male, and I had checked that Benet would not be inbreeding with any of the others. I got rid of his, what I believe is a sister or something. So unless he had a child or something, I don't know. But I did check. I definitely checked. You saw me do it last episode. That's interesting. The offspring between these two. Oh, because she's already expecting offspring. Of course. But that's no inbreeding. There's inbreeding. But there wasn't a minute ago. I do not get that at all. I'm going to give Bennu contraceptives. And I'll see how the herd changes. And we may need to change the male over again. Irritating, because I thought I'd sorted that out, but never mind. Do not inbreed, thank you. I want to see how the giraffes are doing. We had any more giraffe babies? We got one giraffe baby. Got a giraffe mama. Giraffe papa. It seems like they only become elderly. They're like they're halfway through their lifetime. There's no reason why they couldn't have more babies, I don't think, anyway. We can see in the Zoopedia quite easily, actually. So if I go down to the reticulated giraffe, we'll be able to see how old they are when they stop, like, breeding. 25 years. So we've got, yeah, they've got a good amount left in them. But they're only like 13 right now. I'm going to have a quick look at the pandas. And I want to see whether my baby panda is still a baby. And how old baby panda is now. 4.8. So we've got another year, 2.2 years until Mahui is due to be fertile. Wonderful. Okay. I think it's time for us To build a new pen. Now then. I always said that I wanted to build around this area here. I may need to get rid of some of the trees to do this. But what I want is a pathway going out here. And I would like to put the... possibly some elephants, possibly some other African creatures around here. But not monkeys. All the monkeys going together. Even if they're not of the same area. As I've got this idea that I want to have this monkey exhibit. Ah, people dropping balloons and stuff. How cute. So I'm going to put another path in and we're going to do some expansion. Make the zoo a different shape. I'm going to come around the back of the bison pen. What I may need to do is move that transformer. Ah, rats. That didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. I could pop like a chief beef or something around there. So we're not being particularly, I'm not liking the whole thing with like straight paths and all that sort of thing. I'm liking wiggly squiggly paths. I'm very much enjoying that. However, we might do well to move that to the other side. So let's just take that entire thing. Move it around to that side. That way, people can get their stuff. They can get all their nice goodies. But I can put a path through here. Now, I'm going to need to remove this path. I may need to redo that staff gate into actual path making. Oh dear. I want you to go down the middle, please. So what I may need to do, if I press shift, oh no, apparently that doesn't work. Control. No. Okay, so if I make a path go over here or something then. It'll be up in the air apparently, will it? Okay. I'm actually gonna remove that barrier gate. I may put it somewhere else. Because that's getting super frustrating. Edit the barrier. Pause, because this is going to make it not an enclosure. Delete that gate. Suddenly a load of animals have apparently escaped, but they haven't really. I just need to put the door back in. Okay, and then I can just get a little staff path just to a 4-meter one. Just to line that all up. And then I can put another habitat gate in. It's probably the easiest way to do that, honestly. That'll do me. So if I play it, hopefully it will realise that the animals have not actually escaped. They haven't escaped. They're fine. Okay, so the ostriches are still a little... The bongos are still a little stressed and the ostriches are still a problem. But now we have this huge, great big new bit of the zoo that I can use to put elephants and stuff in. Yeah. I would like some of the zoo to maybe like change the terrain or something and have like hills and things like that. But I'm happy to leave this initial part of the zoo on a fairly flat area because I'm not as practiced with working around all that at the moment. Some of these trees, honestly, could just get moved. Let's put them in some of the existing habitats. They'd look quite nice in there, I think. Some of the animals would be quite happy to have those around. But then some I'm going to delete because there's only so many that I want to move. So I think we would probably go for African elephants because the Indian elephants I would like to maybe have in with other Indian animals and just try and keep them all to the same sort of like areas. And that way I can put all like the sort of African exhibits all in the same place and it can be like, you know, going, it could be like a tour around the world going around my zoo. It'd be pretty cool. Yunru is apparently stressed, really? So the ostriches are still at each other's throats, apparently. So I don't know what's going on with them. Because I've removed most of the males to the trade centre. They're just getting sold right now. So there's really not that many left. I mean, unless they're having a big fight, like in the trade centre with their boxing gloves on. Wouldn't surprise me. But I will get them sorted. But I think it might be that the game is still not understanding that they're not there anymore because they haven't yet been sold. So hopefully they will get sold. Fingers crossed. And we're just about making a profit. Just. So we've still got multiple problems with the habitat ixius. So I want to go and have a look and make sure the barriers are not going down on there as well. And let me have a look at the exhibits section. No, the barriers are doing much better now. I think I've managed to finally get past all of the... What's habitat 8 then? Oh, it's this one. Oh, this was the Casey exhibit, but obviously now it got changed its designation, so we'll rename it Casey. And then I'm going to have a look at animal trading, and I'm going to see what animals are available for the amount of credits I've got. I mean, it looks like I've got tons, but might not really end up that way when I'm looking at really expensive things like African elephants, for example. I want these tortoises as well. Oh, the pronghorned antelope's apparently going to fight for status as well, are they? So yeah, to get a female, that's going to be almost all of my money. And she's 28 years old. I don't know. I'm going to have a look in their Zoopedia. I want to see how long they will continue to mate for. Because if they don't mate for very long, if they mate until they're like 40, that's fine. Oh, right. So it's until they die. Okay, that's fine. So how long are they likely to live for? They can live up to 65 years. So getting a 20-year-old, they could have... And they've got average reproduction. So actually, I don't mind too much. I don't mind too much at all. So let's get some elephants. African elephants, here we come. African elephants. African elephants. We could put another little... Maybe have a nice big... How big a habitat do they need, actually? That's another thing. They're going to need... So they've got stable dominant female and female herd. Male dominance in bachelor pods. Changes depending on age and aggression. Polygynous males have multiple female mates. Females have one male mate. So we really do want just one male, probably. Confident relation with humans, and guests can't enter their habitat. Very well. The size that they're gonna need. Can I see that? Somewhere. I don't need to know their world records. I need to know what kind of size of habitat they're gonna need. Ah, here we are. 2,151. They'll probably be on their own. So this one, the size of this one, for example, 6,000. So the size of this one. Yeah, I know the animals are all having a fight. Whatevs. Where is it? Where's the thing that says their size? 3,000. So it wants to probably be around the size of that one. It's probably about half this area. Oh, another offspring. Just what I need. So I'm actually thinking with this path, I might actually put the 6 meter again. Just cross this round a little bit. There we are. And the reason for that is that then I can maybe even get off the delete path thing. So we've got paths all around what could be potentially different pens for different creatures. I could give the elephants all of that room, especially if they're going to have a slightly larger herd. That might be quite good. I would like to know what sort of barriers I'm getting for... I would like to actually buy them first, you know that? So you've got horrible genes. You've got horrible genes. You've got kind of across the board okay genes. I can spend up to 1,000 on each elephant if I want. Your genes are decent. How old are you? 25 years old. That's not too bad either. I'm gonna have to get one of the slightly cheaper males. This is not a bad female though. That's not a bad male. 30 years old. Okay, well we'll start with these and we'll keep going, you know. They're rarer animals to get hold of and they're harder to breed up. Okay, and then I need to have a good look at the welfare of everything and see if anything's got problems. Like the ostriches have got problems again, and so have the pronghorned antelopes. The bongos are still stressed out. And the reason the bongos are still stressed out is because they still probably haven't got mature animals in there. There's still like 3 babies. So as I say, I'm just going to probably stop with their breeding. They get too stressed out as their group size changes. Let's get the elephants into quarantine. Elephants! See, worth the wait. Worth the wait. With my elephants. Okay, it looks like Latasha didn't sell. I said I wanted to sell her for like 50, didn't I? A couple that haven't sold or got moved since I last did a sell. And I'm happy enough to just trade ostriches for what they're kind of worth. Not jack the price up. Okay, and then I need to have a good look at the welfare of everything and see if anything's got problems. Like the ostriches have got problems again, and so have the pronghorned antelopes. The bongos are still stressed out. And the reason the bongos are still stressed out is because they still probably haven't got mature animals in there. There's still like 3 babies. There we are. So we'll see if they sell. If they don't sell, we'll just put them up again. I'm not too worried about all of that. So you guys need to be moved to quarantine. And then hopefully we can get you into your new pen that we are going to make you right now. Now, I need to go into the Zoopedia quickly for check one more thing about elephants, and they do need at least a grade 4 boundary, which is not surprising considering. And they do need some water, so we're going to need to make them a pool. Which, as I say, I wanted to make a pool for this one, but we're definitely going to make a pool for the elephants. Let's get some barriers. I'll just follow around this. This will be their sort of the shape that I'm going for. Now then, resistance 5. That's a different looking barrier. It might be nice to have some different looking barriers. We can have steel mesh that people can look through, or we can just carry on with windows. Oh, I have one-way glass now. I may give the bongos some one-way glass because they are really shy. Anything that's really struggling with that, we might just replace some of the barriers with that, because I didn't even realise that I'd unlocked that. But I think I might make the elephant pen out of this. I don't think that the elephant pen... Ooh, done some research as well. Habitats, power, and Africa theme. Doing really well with that, actually. We've got all of the barriers now. So eventually there won't be enough for all of the... There's not enough for all of the mechanics to actually do now, which is amazing. Vet research complete into Springbok and plain zebra. Fantastic. Keep going. Keep going, guys. Okay, so barriers for my elephants. I don't believe it needs to be any more than 2 high. I don't think that's what it said. Just needs to be grade 4. It doesn't matter how high it is, and we need to give them water. Okay. And this stuff can be curved, which is great. I will make it curved. I didn't want to make it out of that stuff. Man! I just realised I'm making it out of brick again, and I don't want to make it out of brick. I want different looking things. Ah, but I can't curve this. So, okay, we will make it out of brick, and then we'll change it. I'm sorry, I keep changing my mind. In fact, I should be just making that straight. Like, rather than trying to make a curved barrier straight, I should just be trying to make it straight to start with. And then put the curve back in to get around there. But that's not going to work, so let's just go back one. Start to curve it a little bit earlier. And I am never going to completely manage to get it 100% to go in line with the path. I am not that talented. Probably looks a bit more real that way anyway. And I think every pen I'm building, we get a slightly better look to it. I may need to remove that first piece. can kind of like squiggle it about a little bit to make it fit a tiny bit better. And then I just want to delete that section as well. Let's have a look. That might need a little bit of a move as well. No. No. Oh, oh. I'm trying to move it, but the movie thing is... It always gets stuck behind the make a second one thing. Go on. There we are. That's the move thing. Thank you. Right, that's well cool. So now what I need to do is to select the entire thing. So we just go all the way around like this. And then we can change it all into that stuff, which is what I wanted to make it out of. For the elephant. So that's a little tip. I mean, apparently Hopsqueak told me, who saw it on Tanya's channel, that apparently if you just do that, you can have any kind of curved fence you want. You just make it out of a fence that can curve and change it. So why they don't just make them all curvable, I have no clue. Okay, and now I can put windows or whatever I want in some sections of it so that people can see the elephants a little bit more clearly. But then I also need to give them water and things like that. And I also need to give them a habitat gate, which would obviously need to go back to this section here so that the keepers can get in quite easily. So I think I want a couple of sections to have windows in them. On this side, and then a couple of sections that have windows on this side. Those make the most sense, I think. And then we need to make our water hole, so we need to go to some terrain modification and make ourselves some water. Create a space to make some water and then highlight the position the water to be filled to. Okay, right. So we need to firstly do a little sculpting and push down an area where I think would be good for their pool. So there we are. Nice sort of kidney-shaped pool for them. And I'll put water in and then I'm going to need to see... Probably to about there, I think. We could fill it more, but fill it all the way up to there. That's going to be overflowing a little bit, so I think it's probably better just to have it to there for them. And then I'll have a look on the habitat and see how much water we've actually managed to give them there. And whether I need to make that a bit bigger for them. It might actually be better to have the elephants in here first, and then I can see whether they're happy with the amount of water and the amount of space and all that sort of thing. So how are they doing in their quarantine? I have no idea. I haven't been playing it long enough. Okay, I can't believe the ostriches are still having trouble. Because I really don't have incorrect, I don't think so anyway, incorrect male to female. Unless more of them have become... Oh yeah, more of them have grown up. So... No, they're all in the trade center. I feel like I may need to just sell them so that they're not counting. I don't know. Because if you take out all the ones that are in the trade center, boom. All you've got left then is some juveniles. 1, 2, 3 females. I don't even have any males left at this point. I've just realised. May need to sort that out. But, yeah, they're all gone. So, like, I've got 2 juvenile males. So why it's still telling me that I've got problems, I don't know. Bongos are stressed. There's nothing I can do with that. Pronghorned antelope, however, I can do some stuff about that. So let's have a look at them. Guests are saying they can't see properly and things. I'm like, I don't care. So I think some of them have sold. No, they really haven't. Not since I bought the African elephants anyway. That was the last transactions I made. So no one's really been buying these guys. Oh well. Why have I still got an elephant in the trade center? That's irritating. So one quarantine has been passed on one of my elephants. I'll take that elephant and pop her in. So she's past quarantine. So let's go to your pen. And who is gonna be? I still have my patrons up. Oh, I did. I had them up a minute ago. Oh, man. Let's just sort this out. Let's go see who is going to be the guardian of the elephants. I may need to move things like the bongos further out into the zoo though, definitely. Let's see. Oh, that's the elephant going in. I can hear the crate. I think. Yeah, there she is. Hello. So, it's gonna be the Bubbles elephant place. The Bubbles elephant. I think that's so apt. The Bubbles elephant pen. So, no, Bubbles. Enter. There we are. Bubbles elephant pen. So, Ifatayo, the elephant, is very, very happy in there. We'll get some donation things and all that. She's happy just like swimming in her water pen, in a water thing. Pretty happy considering. Pretty happy considering, actually. So we'll get your mate in there soon. Apparently they're pretty good, even with not too many friends, apparently. I'm hoping 2 of them together will be good. I'm just waiting for your friend to come out of quarantine, okay? Oh, he's come out of quarantine. Okay, cool. Move to your pen then, please. Okay, so we need to find a few things for our elephants. I'm going to just have a quick look and see if the space is enough. If the water is enough. Yes, there's enough water. And there is just enough space. Interesting. If need be, we can expand out over here. Because I was just looking at the size of some of this, for example. And I was like, well, this one is like, you know, enough. It's big enough. It's like a couple of thousand. This one looks bigger than that one. And in comes your friend. Vet research. Plain zebra has been done, so let's start. Well, you can start researching these elephants then. I think people are going to be coming to see them soon. Okay, so what else can we do to make you happy? Social group. There are still too few adults and juveniles in the animals social group. How many do you like to have in your group then? Like to have more? Do you like to have 3? I think they could do with another female. I wonder if I could get them another female elephant to help. Because I'm not going to be able to breed these possibly for a little while. And it looks like they can have quite a few. So I might be able to get one for the amount that I've got left. I have 674. Utility's awful on that one. Maybe this one. It's a very small elephant. Yeah, I'm going to adopt this one. City. Those springboks, I don't know what's going on with them. I swear there's 2 males trying to breed. I have no idea. Like the alpha male, you're on contraception, what's going on? Honestly. I need to sort all that out. But I'm looking after my elephants right now, so you can wait. Okay? Wait. The warthog is hungry. That's not good. Right, I need to make sure that I've got warthog appropriate food things. I do, but I don't think it would hurt to put in another food trough. Maybe over here actually, so that wherever they live, they can have a food trough. It's a big, complicated pen, that one, unfortunately. I'm also going to get 2 new keepers. Ah, wonderful. Springboks. Yay. 2 new keepers. To look after the elephants. I'm also going to get donation boxes. Different bins. We don't have different donation boxes, but let's just put one at either end there. And then maybe one around this side as well, because there's a couple of people looking around here. There we are. Because elephants are cool and people like to come and see them, you see. So. Right, they're going to need a hard shelter that is appropriate for elephants. There's a classic shelter there. That looks quite nice. Or we can give them the African shelter, but you guys don't want the same shelter as the giraffes, do you? No. You want a different shelter to the giraffes. Well, that just cut off quite a bit of their... These large shelters are much harder to fit. And that one's unfortunately it's cut off a little bit of their pen, but no, they look pretty happy in there. They're like, yeah, we got a shelter. We like our shelter. And I might put some beds in their shelter as well. This is something I don't often do, and it's something that maybe is causing stress, actually. I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I should be putting massive bedding things inside their shelters. It's something I saw them do for the pandas. The one each for the elephants, you see. I'm going to go and do that in the other places where there's shelters. For example, the bongo pen. Maybe like some medium bedding in here. Or maybe large. Maybe that would be something they'd enjoy. And they can lie down inside a shelter a bit more. That might be a thing. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, elephant dung to clean up. Aren't you so happy? Lucky you've got a Hoover. Right, so we've got another elephant that needs to come into quarantine from the trade center. And she's basically there to keep him company. But she'll have to be in quarantine for a little while. So, I think we've got some enrichments that we know about for you guys. So let's see if we can put them in for you. You'll need a big old feeding station, no doubt. I don't know if you need a water station if you've got a big pool. But you can have one anyway, because you might enjoy it. You might find it fun. Okay, so enrichment. You like barrel feeders, sprinklers, scatter feeders. Can't even see. You like Skittles. And you like a nice big old mud bath. There you go, there's all your toys. Habitat welfare. They're not too happy with the train, but they don't really need any plants apparently. I might give them some like palm trees or something later. Oh really? Do we not have enough space? No, we do not have enough space for 2 elephants, let alone 3. So I'm going to delete this path and I'm going to reroute the barrier around here. Give them a bit more space. Interesting. We have done a lot of research now. I'm going to just do that last little bit of ostrich research and then we'll get back on to the warthogs. Which don't seem to have had any love at all at the moment. And I'm going to need to go around and just apply some of the things that I found out. Okay, my last elephant is out of quarantine. Fantastic. I had a feeling that the elephant pen would need to be really large, which is why I set aside such a large area. And then it was like, oh, well, actually, you know, it needs this much. And then it's like, no, it doesn't need that much. It needs way more than that. So let's go and delete this path. This is why I kind of left a little bit of like extra wiggle room. I may need to expand their pool as well because that might not be a 3 elephant sized pool. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pause it. Oh, it's so dark. Oh, I hate it. I hate games that are so dark. I don't actually hate the game, but yeah, no. I hate the fact that it is so dark. Okay, I think that one needs to go as well. I think we need to just curve on around here. It really does need to curve around there. Again, just trying to follow around. Really? I'm telling you, you're curved. Go away. Just didn't want to play ball then at all. I like my nice curved sections. Oh, that wasn't quite the right curve. What's going on there? No, no. What? What? Jeeves? I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, around about there, I would say. And we'll have some straight sections. And we'll curve around to meet here. Round about there, I would say. And then we can delete some sections here. 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 Right. I'm not happy with that section at all. I want to kind of move it about. However, it seems that that's not going to play ball unless I remove the habitat gate, which is irritating. Okay. Now it's obstructed. Probably by the path. And we'll go back to barriers. I'll try and move that one to join in. But I can't find it. Why can I never find the movie thing? Yeah. Right, that doesn't seem to be properly curving. Curve section, please. That's all I wanted the whole time. And then I want to go all the way around here. And just change it all to the type of material I want, which is that one. I can't even see if it did it right. No, blinking wow didn't. Oh, it drives me mad. Oh, it drives me very mad when it does things like that to me. And then when I want to undo a selection, it's like, no, we're gonna undo. We're gonna undo the fact that you did a thing before. Hurrah! So anyway, we want to just select it all. And we should... There's something janky going on around there too. It needs fixing. Should be able to change it. There we are. What's going on with this little section then? I do not know. We don't want that there. That'll do. I may as well move their pen then, because that's going to look better elsewhere. I may as well just sit there then. I'll need to move all the beds too. No! I want to move all the beds. That's maybe something that I should have made as part of the actual... I should have actually added it to the selection, but it's fine. And now we've got 3 big old patches where the... Don't want to add it into that. No. That'll do. Right, we've got 3 nice big beds in there. 1 for each elephant. Wonderful. But we have a lot of... boxed outside of habitat for too long. Well, why don't we move you to your habitat then? Get in there. Valid. Oh, right. They were trying to move her and I didn't put the habitat gate in. It probably thinks that they've actually escaped, doesn't it? Yes. Can't go anywhere. There we are. Have a habitat gate. And you move there. Thank you very much. And we need to rename this back to being the Bubbles habitat. But hopefully this will be big enough for them now. They might need to expand their pool, but they were not happy there at all. Oh, we've got some inbreeding with the pronghorned antelopes now as well. So their social group isn't too great. Their terrain isn't too great. Everything else is pretty great. Cool. And the elephants are pooping everywhere. Alright, and I think with that, we're just going to literally wait for the box to be put in here. The elephants are happy enough. Oh, I need to move that as well, actually, don't I? And I'll work some more on putting some windows, some extra windows and things into their enclosure pretty soon. Are you a juvenile? You're only 26 years old. You look smaller than the others. That's interesting, huh? So she's gone off for a little nap. Maybe I should do the same. So I'm going to just end it there. And next episode, I just felt like I really wanted some new animals in today. So please forgive me for ignoring some of the social and welfare needs of some of the other animals. But I will spend a good amount of time next episode sorting all of those out and just making sure that they don't get back into that situation. Because I think I've sorted it out with a few of the animal groups. But the pronghorned antelopes seem to be a bit of a problem, in the springboks too. So I'm going to just do a lot of sorting out of the ostriches, pronghorned antelopes, the warthogs, and the springboks next time, and just make sure they're all totally happy. And probably put a lot of them on contraceptives, to be honest, because their breeding is going out of control. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Planet Zoo, then please do subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.